29. Did Jim say if he was gonna be texting you?
Yeah, he's gonna text me.
Okay.
One of my residents get mugged last night.
Oh, no, where at?
One of those bump the car.
Oh,
Where was that at?
was it here? Was it here?
Yeah, but they were following her, I think. Around the house. Okay, we're live. All right, it's 5:30, let's call this meeting to order. Next will be public comment. Is there any public comment? No? Okay. So, next we'll go into, let's call this meeting to order. Need a first and a second?
I make a motion to call this meeting to order.
Okay,
Well, I'm not on part of the board, I'm part of the committee.
I'll second it.
You'll second it?
I'll second it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, let's go into now, we're gonna go right into the 2023 general fund budget draft. Thanks for the work on this. So we got two sheets here.
Yes, thank you, Chairman Len. We have the general fund revenue and expense summary, and then the next page is one of the major funds that ties into our general fund, and that represents the state taxes, our Berwyn Municipal Securitization Corporation, that indeed, as it collects these state taxes, sales tax, local use, home rule, and 1% sales tax, the residuals are forwarded to the general fund.
Okay.
Since we last spoke about the draft, the budget draft, in November, prior to the property tax levy, our outlook still remains strong. It's primarily as a result of two big major factors is the state taxes, maintaining its solid growth, as well as paramedic billing. We've seen an uptick in their revenues as well, and along with our other revenue streams that are remaining stable. Now, while we're encouraged that these revenue levels over the last 2 years have grown at about 7 to 8% on average, it's still prudent on our part as we budget 2023 and 2026 to tone down those projections more like 2 to 3%, because there still does exist economic uncertainty in some facets. So we are in our summary, while we're showing an improvement over what we're expecting for 2022, somewhere a little bit over 800,000 as far as a surplus right now. We definitely are budgeting conservatively from 2023 to 2026. We are going to have a balanced budget. It's just we want to keep the expectations more conservative.
And we talked about that in our previous
Yes.
meetings as well.
Yes.
The only thing we don't know, you mentioned before to me, was our insurance rates. They always come in March is when they give us, so that's the only thing we're awaiting, right?
That's correct. Health insurance, those are, some areas that would impact these results that I'm presenting here. Yes, the health insurance premiums that are coming up. There's also our internal service fund, or workers' comp and general liability claims. We have to look at what those balances hold, and whether or not the expenditures are going to increase due to those claims or not.
Okay.
There's also inflationary pressures on expenditures, how dramatic those percentages are going to be. We've seen an uptick, obviously, over the past 12 months on inflation. And then you know, the other major thing is the economy, the impact the economy could have on revenues. Consumer behavior, trying to protect consumer behavior is definitely throwing a dart at a board from time to time. So those are, any material change in those results are obviously gonna impact our projections.
Mhm.
With that being said, though, our fund balance remains at a very strong, we're expecting it to remain at a very strong level of about $15 million. Where our 16% policy requirement requires us to have a fund balance of about $10 million. Definitely, our percentages are a little bit over 23%. So
Okay.
that's very encouraging to help us withstand any adverse impacts that we could have down the road. With that being said, that is our general fund revenue and expense. Like I said, there's more detail that's provided. If anybody should have any questions, by all means, let us know as you guys review these reports.
Okay.
Is this, the DEI all covered by this? Is this part of
We
it?
actually, as we talked
Budget,
about,
yeah.
the project for diversity that we are undergoing, I have made consideration in our budget.
Where's it at? In terms of category?
It would be factored into the city statutory fund for now. We've talked previously that we have to get an idea as far as which departments would be
Sure.
impacted. But for now, I've placed that projection in the statutory, and we can talk further about.
Yeah,
that.
we've talked about possibly doing a head count by department, you know, as we move forward with this. So those things we'll talk about as we move forward, but
Yes.
as long as it's in the budget, then we can work towards
How much did you put in
where it's
there?
going.
I think, was it at 136, are we, is that the preliminary number?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Any other highlights in here that we need to?
The only other thing, you know, as far as the general, I mean, that's more or less the thing at the cow. We are going to go ahead and that's where council will have the details to not only the general fund, but all city funds.
Okay.
The only other thing I wanna just touch upon is an update on our ARPA fund, that through December 31st, 2022, of course, the city received $32 million. We are in the starting phases of our expenditures. Thus far, we've spent $785,000, which is a combination of PD, fire, and IT early projects.
Okay.
We do expect, obviously, that to ramp up starting this year. We're in the process of updating and monitoring and updating the city's current expenditure plan for the remaining projects. And of course, we'll keep you all abreast of that update.
Okay.
We are required by the Treasury to report on a quarterly basis as far as our expenditures occurred and loading those budgets as well. So
Okay.
that's the status on
Is
that.
there a limit of how long we can wait to spend that money, or didn't it give us?
Yeah.
There is a timeline.
There is a timeline,
Yep.
okay.
2026, year on 2026.
So we got.
But
We got some time, but some of these
Yeah.
projects
by
are
the end of
long-term, longer
2025,
term.
we have to
Yes.
say how we're gonna use the money.
Yep.
Okay, perfect, cause I know some, like the engineering stuff maybe is ongoing, but to actually spend the capital project.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That takes-
I reached out to the, to get an update on the cannabis dispensary, because last time I checked, it was 30 days out for, you know, permits and things like that, so it's probably time. So I reached out to get an update on that, and that'll be some good revenue. Once that opens, that'll be some good revenue to our city. So I'll let you know as I find more information out.
No impact though for 2023, would you expect on that?
I would think so. I don't know what the build-out's gonna be, if the build-out's gonna be a couple of months or 6 months or whatever. I think once they get going, I mean, I
Yeah.
think that we.
They have to give a timeline though? Kind of
No, I mean, last time they were gonna start, you know, permits and stuff, 60 days out, that was probably 70 days ago. And whatever the build-out's gonna be, but, you know, if we could get it by, you know, late summer, midsummer, I don't know what a build-out would be, it's really a kind of a square space, but that's a very secure
Yeah.
location, so it might take longer than just opening up a
Yeah.
coffee shop or something like that.
And while we're, you know, we won't budget for it in 2023, but at least, you know, that variance, you
Sure.
know, positive variance that is, it's, you know, we can keep people updated
Yeah,
as far as.
because we've got some big ticket items this year with body cams and things like that, so that will hopefully help with that. Okay, great. Any other questions? No? Okay. No new business, so new business is on Tuesday?
Tuesday, we'll present these results and merge these into our citywide budget with the smaller, or not only, but some of the other separate funds, and present that at the COW coming up on Tuesday.
And then the final,
The final public hearing
Mhm.
is going to be, I believe it's on the 14th of March, Tuesday. But it's good, we have to make sure that we present the proper notification
Yep.
for that public hearing, so
Okay.
that all of our department heads can be present in case there's any questions.
sounds good,
on there.
okay. Any other new business?
No.
Okay, here none. I need a motion to adjourn,
I make a motion, we adjourn.
and I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, good to go, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks for this.
I'll text you, Frank.
Okay.
He's back.
Sure. That's fine, yeah, you can, unless you want
No,
to, yeah, just in case you had any
Because
questions.
we're.
Yeah, just keep these to
You're probably
yourself.
gonna- Well, you're probably gonna give them at city council, you know, too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
so keep them to yourself.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
confidential, and then you get
Yeah.
hired.
Yeah. in that packet.
Okay, good.
Great.
Thank you all.
Thank
Thank you.